What's up? What's up? What's up, fam? Welcome, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and let this play. It's Love Language by Naja, requested by Queen Royalty. I tried to get it to download on StreamYard, but the file was too big, so. We'll go ahead and play a little music while people come on in. What's up, King Fuse Lit? I just YouTubed how to create moderators. So I'll play with that when the stream is done and get some ratchets handed out. Some ratchets on some folks. Recognition, baby. And if you think you know me so well, carry my love language. Affection. Could you read it when I need it? Carry my love language. Affection. Could you read it when I need it? What's up, Queen? What you doing in the chat? You supposed to be up here with me and Aza. I just need some time just to vibe with your boy. What we doing? You say I got that juice, keep it flowing. I wanna be touched on, rubbed on, till every moment. Is that asking for too much? Treat me good, I treat you better. Give me high like you my drug. No one's ever got me wet. I'ma need you here in 2.5. What's up, Taufik? Sacked ENT, baby. Could you read it when I need it? Carry my love language. I love Rev Skirt. Love Language. What was that other one by Young Boy, Queen Royalty? We're going to jam out a little bit, Aza, while we wait for people to come in.
I thought I was still backstage. Hi, everybody.
Hi, honey. What's that other one, Queen? I'm going to go ahead and throw on some Q tracks. My usual. How you doing today, Queen Aza?
I'm doing good. Just, enjoying this Texas weather. It's raining right now.
You in Texas?
Yeah.
Cool. I am in Ocean City, Maryland.
Okay.
So I'm almost on the other side of the world. It's pretty good. We got bike week going on down here. It's a lot of rumbling going on if y'all don't already hear it in the background. Usually by mid Sunday, it dies down.
Oh yeah. Do you ever participate in any of the events?
Sometimes I want a bike, so I'm trying to get my eyes right because I
Me
love
too.
bikes.
I want to do that too. They have a bike club out here in LA where they go ride over the city, different spots.
All right, there we go. We got Queen Royalty up in the house. What's up, Queen?
What's going on,
Not
ladies?
much.
Hey, Queen.
I might have to mute myself. I'm not alone.
Okay, it's all good. Got the baby girl.
Yeah, she's already trying to figure out what I'm doing.
All right. Pope and them said they would be over right after their stream, so I'm just giving everybody a few minutes to file in. Yeah, man. I'm like, this category could be broken up into a couple of different sections. It could be relationship wise, it could be, health wise, it could be your job, what you do for a living, because we got toxicity in all areas of our life. Right now, we got it going on with COVID and the variants and Delta this, and you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, if we look for ways to clean all of that out, we will, despite what's going on around us, we will definitely have better lives, longer lives, more fruitful lives. But you got to clean out that toxicity. Queen, what's that song by Young Boy you said?
Um, Vulnerable pain, I believe.
Oh, that was good. I like that. Let's get him on. All right, Pope, Juju, DJ, where y'all at? Let's go. Let's get on in here. We got King Fuselet in the house. Sometimes that's all you need. Right, ladies?
Yep.
I'ma say I'm sorry for all that shit that I had did. And I'm thankful for that shit that you had done while we was kids. When my soul up in this music and I'm hoping that you hear. I'm still screaming 4K Trey, I'm trying to spit a nigga wig. All these bitches telling lies. But if you know me, don't think twice. Said the door was wrong, this bitch you do us right. So like fuck live in disguise. I show my wrong, no am I right? You saw me down, you trying to show out for the hype. Don't do that lame ass shit. I fuck with you, but you don't fuck with me.
Shout out to Vegan Knowledge. What's up, honey? We got Taufik, we got Vegan Knowledge, and we got King Fuse Lit House.
I got them baddies, I won't say no names, I hope you don't catch up to me. You're really mad that you can't fuck with me. You X me out, you ain't have to fuck with me, nigga, why you came to fuck with me? I do anything for you, I just don't know what they want. And I wasn't frightened when I told you I love you, girl, you the only one that I want. These niggas be capping, we pull a flag in that bag, they don't do no talking, hey, your shit together when we come. I got too many brothers that did not buy again. I made it from the heart so you can say what you want. They say she fuck with that nigga, I wish I got her. Smoking on this cherry pie, fucking your favorite athlete daughter. They say that nigga that been tripping, put that bitch in order. I just can't do swear a nigga in the head can charge her.
Ah, we got DZ up in the camp. What's up, DZ?
I know she'll drink, she said she drink, I let her just sip what she can. I say, Lil B, you hear them talking, he say, I hit the gas and then we turn up on their ass. Run up my money in their head when I talk now. Them bitches know it's over with, they in my fast. Cause you left ice on my heart. And I just said that hoe when you home, you wasn't right from the start. I wish you could exchange my time for that white stuff. I told you that I do anything for you, I just don't know what that got too many brothers that it got out again. I made it from the heart, so you can say what you want.
All right, all right, all right. I like that one, Queen. Okay, so do you, either one of you ladies, have a situation that's been toxic in your life that you have managed to free yourself from that you want to talk about?
Go, Queen.
Um, I feel like we've all been in toxic situations, whether it's relationships or work or whatever. I was in a toxic relationship before,
Sometimes that
and
is the worst type.
definitely it changes you, you know,
For
when you're
sure.
in that situation.
Definitely.
So the best thing to always do, in my opinion, I guess you can fix it or you can try, but some things don't have fixing. So the next
Me
option is
personally, I would have loved to have stayed with my daughter's father. Sometimes I think that, um, the situation that we were in, I did not want to have my daughter being raised in a situation where she saw him coming at me physically, because quite honestly, that's what happened. And, he was a big nigga. He was like a football player. You know what I mean? And I wasn't going to be standing around fighting no nigga because I'm not scared. So I'm going to come at you if you coming at me. You know what I mean? And that makes no sense for a female to be trying to fight on some big in his case, 250, 300 pound, 6 foot nigga. You feel me?
Feel you.
And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to stand here and deal with this. And we were together, we were married 4 years, and it happened maybe 3 times in the 4 years. 4 years. So that it ain't like it was, I wouldn't have hooked up with him if it was going to be like that. But you have warning signs. I remember I used to sell security systems, right? And sometimes I would be out late on a sales call. And when I hooked up with him, he knew this because he was an installer for the same company that I was selling for. And I came on one night and he was like, I told you I didn't want you going out. And I'm like, well, you already knew I did this when we hooked up. Nigga took some keys and threw them across the room and shit. And I'm like, whoa, red flag, whap, 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 red flag, red flag. And I'm like, okay, so you violent. And he's like, nah, if because by this time he had asked me to marry him. So he's like, if you think I'm going to be like that, then he did the role reversal card, or the reverse psychology card. If you think I'm going to be like that, then you shouldn't be with me, knowing that I was into him by that point. You feel me?
Right.
And so he played that card. And I said, you know what? No, of course not. I'm not, you didn't put your hands on me. So, I'm going to go ahead and give you a shot. Toxicity. I should have smelled it right then and there. That was toxic. That was a toxic situation, but it was so new in the relationship. And I think some of us get confused as to, what? It just started. The relationship just started. And we've been dating for about 3 or 4 months now, and he's never done anything like. Have y'all ever had that happen?
Yeah.
He's not done anything like that before, right? So I'm gonna give him a shot. I've heard of women being in abusive relationships. I'm definitely not gonna be that one, but I'm gonna go ahead and let this particular thing slide. Okay.
Yeah, because you cool and everything else is all right.
Right.
But just when you get mad, he just,
Yeah,
he just cut up. Like, nah, nah.
And I'm like, okay, all right, we're gonna let that slide. And then,
That's when it should be easier to walk away though, when it is fresh, when you don't really know them. That's when it should be easy to be like, yeah, I'm not dealing with this shit. But we do let that slide and we develop more feelings for this person and we get, a little bit more sympathy and empathy for them. So now, we know their life story. So we got more, we just give them more leeway.
Right, right. And by now I had met moms and shit. You know what I'm feeling? You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, we're gonna let that slide. So then a year later, I ended up working late. Now this was work. This wasn't even like I was just out chilling with whoever. And I get in the house and he throws a pillow at me and we start going at it. And by now my daughter's like 2, 3 years old, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and she's crying and we scuffling. I'm like, whoa. So I rolled out then. I'm like, I'm not going to be in a toxic relationship. But of course, at this time, the relationship was a year old. And to your point, Asa, we had gotten married and you know what I'm saying? Babies growing up. And, I'm like, do I break up my family now is the question. Not
Right.
do I just leave this nigga? Do I break up my family now? Do I change my daughter's life forever when I wanted to be that 2-parent household that DJ and them always talk about? You feel me?
Yeah.
I wanted to give her that. And because I didn't have it. And, it's so crazy because I remember who jargon coming on your stream, DZ. And, those guys were talking about how it's not the norm for it not to be a 2-parent household. Actually, he was like 65% of people end up in divorce. That seems to me that there is the norm. You know, unfortunately, the norm is not 2 parents. That's what it's become.
Yeah.
And, you know, so unfortunately, we ended up being one of those statistical families. And, but I gave him a shot after that first attack. The second one, I was done. I was done. You know what I mean? Um, I was done. And I counted that as 3 times. You know what I mean? First, the keys. I didn't just slide that under the rug. That was a red flag. That was a big red flag, because he just went off. The second time was the first, attack. And then and then that's, you're going to go fix your ex's washer. You know what I'm saying? That's your ex, you know?
Yeah.
Play mind games with me. Well, she got my daughter in there washing her clothes. I feel you on that. But and I know she's manipulative. You're going over there fixing her washing machine. They don't have Maytag men around.
The man fixing it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
She ain't
yeah.
got no man. She ain't got. Call a repairman. If you want to slide her some cash to call her, you should not be over there alone with her fixing shit in her house.
Exactly. Where's her
Okay?
daddy, her brother, one of her cousins?
Exact. I got swung on for saying that.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like,
where
oh,
her friend at?
hell no. So there's where the toxicity came to a head. And I had to make a decision at that time that I didn't necessarily want to do for my daughter, but I had to do for my own health and safety. I'm not going to be a mother to her if I'm dead from fighting this nigga, or if she ain't going to have no father, because I will kill this motherfucker in his sleep. Okay?
Right.
I'm like, you got the wrong one. So I need to leave.
Yeah. It's best
And
to go.
on top of that, it was weird because, some things was going on at work and this female, either way. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going back to what I know. I'm going back to what makes me truly, truly happy. And unfortunately, this did not work out. So there's my story. And, I got out of that. You cannot stay in a toxic relationship, and some people get confused that that's how he shows he loves me, or that's how she shows she loves me, because you have heterosexual relationships as well as homosexual relationships where it can be a toxic relationship for those very same reasons. Doesn't have to be man on woman. It could be either or, It could
Yeah,
be
pain
a
is
work
not hurt.
relationship. Huh?
Pain is not hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, love is not hurt. It's not painful. Like it shouldn't be painful.
Yeah.
It shouldn't hurt you.
I mean, that's just not the way you show somebody that you love them. Queen, have you ever had that? You are so quiet. You're not gonna be quiet on this stream, girl.
I told you that I had to mute it, but I'm listening. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I've been in a similar situation. I feel like women get criticized a lot too when they're the ones that break off the relationship because there's a child involved,
Yeah,
and I think that's unfair.
most definitely. Because in that situation, I felt like a rock between a rock and a hard place because I felt like I was letting my daughter down. I was letting myself down and her down. But what was I supposed to do in that situation? You cannot stay in an abusive relationship, whether it happens every day or once every 10 years. It happened, and if it happens once, it's going to happen again.
Yes.
Right.
What about you, Aza? Have you ever been in that type of toxic relationship?
I've been in a toxic relationship before. It didn't last too long.
You don't seem like a sister that would put up with that for too long.
Well, it only happened, yeah, one time. And I don't know, like a couple of instances happened where I probably should have cut it off. But once he tried to be disrespectful to my mom, when it's all like, you got the game fucked up, you got to go.
Oh
Like me
hell
and
yeah!
you can argue, but once you think you gon' what, like anybody who think they gonna get smart with my mom or go up the octacle, yeah, you gonna get your ass beat. I don't give a shit what's going on.
Yep.
So yeah, that didn't last too long, but it didn't
Shout
last
out.
too long for me because like I've that's not nothing that I'm accustomed to. So like the
Yeah,
first time it was just so like, okay, whoa, like
yeah. It takes you by
is this
surprise,
is
right?
this for real? And the first time it was just like he was just like trying to yell at me and intimidate me, and it was just like funny, like nigga, please, like you will get your ass whipped. But then
Yeah,
the first time, then when he actually did follow through with it,
yeah,
he was in the car and he socked me in my ear, and I was stunned and I was just shocked for a minute, and then I just attacked him. So we was driving down the street, swerving and all kind of stuff, and could have got into a really bad accident. And then he said he had a gun, and he told me to get out the car, and he reached under his seat like he had a gun. So I just got out, but I called the police on him, and I made a police report and everything. And then, like everybody else, I dropped the charges, and then we started talking back again. And then that's when, yeah, he got out of line with my mom, and I was like, yeah, no, we
yeah.
just it was gonna be a rumble, the whole
Straight
straight.
up. Shout out to Popey Frank. What's up, my brother? And shout out to Douglas Magnism. Sorry if I'm butchering your name up.
But yeah,
Can anybody read those comments? Because if y'all wait for me to read them, I gotta enlarge it with my phone. If anybody wants to read the comment, that would be awesome.
Which comment?
Any of them.
Vegan Knowledge JJ said, also, it can be completely verbal too. I feel like I feel like you're never enough is toxicity that people sometimes don't identify in relationships.
True. That's very true. What were you gonna
Yeah,
say, Queen?
I was just gonna say that when you're in that situation, it changes both parties too. Like your character changes, like you become someone that it's not even you because you're in that situation.
true.
It
Like
changes you.
you, yeah, like Asa, you said that he had put his hands on you, and you're probably not the type of person to do that to a man, but the situation at the time, you probably just felt like, you had to do something pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna defend myself, and then he got taken care of. But I just think that yeah, when you in a toxic relationship, if you have family around you or just strong people around you who love you, and if at the time you're not in a depressing moment, it's easier for you to love on yourself and to stand up for yourself. I think that when people are going through things, it's easier for you to let certain things happen from your partner.
Yeah, I agree. But you also end up being in a situation where you can, if you get through it and you push on, sometimes, especially after relationships like that, you need to do you. You need to kind of examine who you are, what you'll accept, what you won't accept, especially
Yeah.
if that's something that you never been through before. Don't just jump right into another relationship, because you're going to end up, if the same thing happens, you're going to end up going through the same thing. Some people end up just going through a cycle of just keep on getting in toxic relationships because that's what they used to. They never take time for themselves to just do them and find out what makes them happy and what they will and won't accept, and then just stand by that.
Yeah, and also too is like, what you attract. You keep attracting the same type of toxic men or toxic women. So yeah, you do have to look inside and see like, what's going on with me? What is it that I'm doing that I keep attracting these kind of people to me?
Yep. DZ said it takes a lot to go through another relationship after such a toxic experience. That's exactly right. And that's exactly why I said you really should take a minute for yourself and breathe after something like that. You know?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, I hear little queen. I think.
Douglas says, I know for me, I have a prototype of a woman that I like, so I always go for the same type of woman.
That's what you just said.
As long as she's positive.
Mm-hmm. Long as she's adding something to the table.
Right. You got to know your worth. That's what it is. You got to
It
know
is.
your worth. And I think people are still learning that every day and learning just how to accept themselves.
Yep. Speaking of which, that brings me to the workplace. Asa, do you own a salon?
I I have a salon suite, but it's a lot of people in there. So y'all got coworkers. I have to work with other people, not necessarily what goes on in my space, but as a collective, we have to get along.
Mm-hmm. I've been there. I've definitely been there. The workplace is something that can be toxic as well. And especially when you're in an environment like that, where everybody's after the same goal, which is it. Because I worked in a barber shop before, so it's a very similar atmosphere to a salon where if nobody's sitting in your chair or if everybody's sitting in one person's chair, it's like, damn, they're getting all the money. You know what I mean? And people start hating on that person. And in the situation where I was at, I was the only female in this barber shop, and I was cut. I wasn't supposed to be doing fades and things like that because I was an apprentice. I was still learning, but I was learning from some good dudes. They knew what they were doing, and I was watching everything that they did, and I started picking up on it and started doing better and better. And as I would knock out one haircut that turned out pretty good, another one would come sit in my chair. And then all of a sudden, these dudes started looking at each other. They were all cool with me and everything, but they were like, it's going okay, all right, you know what I mean? And then so the lady that was running the barbershop, Ursula, she was out, but one of the dudes that was getting the most money ended up pulling her aside and said, yeah, she doing fades and stuff. She not supposed to be doing that, right? Cutting my money off. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, why'd you have to do that? Why'd you have to say something? If I'm doing well, then what's the point in, trying to bring a sister down? What's the point in trying to get me not to be able to do the same amount that you're doing? You
Was they getting paid on commission?
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. You know it.
Yeah, I don't work for commission for nobody. I'm gonna set my price and I'm gonna pay my booth rent,
Mm-hmm.
and that's that. And the type of salons that I've worked in before, I've only worked in three. And, yeah, everybody pretty know it's about your talent. So if you don't have no clients, either you're not out there soliciting clients, you're not promoting your business, or your skills is not as good as you think they are. So the
Right.
time that you spend in hanging on somebody else, you need to be working on your doll head or practicing fading or doing something. But I think that in LA, in Los Angeles, everybody pretty much know that that's how it is. So if you good, you making money. If you're not making money, then you
Hand
need
out
to
them
figure
business
something
cards,
out.
build that clientele.
Yeah. So yeah, you was working on commission, they was working on commission, and if you taking a cuts, then you stepping on their toes. So they like, oh hell no, she not
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be fading. She gotta go. She can't do that. She
Right.
taking my money.
The wild part is my wife works in customer service, but she works from home. And, she deals with toxic situations even without being in one space with those people because they're on Zoom and all of that type of stuff. And she was saying how, there's a manager in there that everybody is hating on, you know and she feels bad because she don't necessarily feel that way about this man. She sees where she can be a bitch to people, but she doesn't really like to partake in the negativity that's being said about him because hey, everybody's human and whatnot. But you can have toxicity even if you're not all in the same place. That's crazy how that works.
Yeah, humans are jealous people.
Yeah. What about you, Queen? You been in a workplace like that? She might be dealing with the baby.
Yeah,
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. She came back again. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. No, not really. Actually, I've been lucky.
You said what now?
I've been lucky when it comes to my workspace.
Oh, cool.
I kind of just ignore it, honestly.
Yeah.
If
Sometimes that's the best way.
if it's something that you can ignore, then you don't get involved in it.
Ignorance is bliss sometimes, right?
yep,
And then you have toxicity within the body, which is something that I'm big on because, I am a cancer survivor and I'm dealing with this blindness thing. And it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? There's all kinds of things that you can do to clear your mind and your body of the toxicity, you know? And when you have people that constantly, like big pharma is always, to me, sickness is a big business. They're
yeah.
trying to get everybody vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you don't mind me asking, are you ladies vaccinated?
No, I'm not.
Me either.
Me either.
I'm not doing that. You
Me
know what I
either.
mean? I'm not doing it. I'm not putting something foreign in my body that was made to, fight a disease that I don't have. You know what I'm saying? And you can look at it a couple of ways there. It's like, well, you could spread it to other people, but if I'm already doing things where I feel I'm pretty healthy, like I drink something called moringa. Have you guys ever heard of that?
Yes, I love it.
Girl, I've been drinking
Moringa,
moringa.
chlorophyll.
Yep, probably for about a good 3 or 4 years now. My immune system is ironclad, okay? Ain't no COVID getting up in here. And I'm sure I've been exposed to it by now. So I know that that's working, you know? Um,
Yes.
Sometimes for extra cash, we do DoorDash. We go in and out of stores, restaurants, and we're very careful. We wear our masks, we wash our hands, we sanitize. So we do all of those things. But I really truthfully believe that there's no way we haven't been exposed to it by now. And that moringa, you do things to protect yourself, just like you do in a relationship, just like you do in the workplace. You do things to protect your body.
Yeah,
You
immune
know,
system. Yeah.
got to
Yeah,
do
you have to
things.
stay up on all that stuff. The sea moss, the elderberry, the vitamin C, the zinc.
What? Let me find out. We got to do a stream on the herbs.
Yes, all of that. I just found out about butterfly PT, and it's really good for your brain. And
What's
I
that?
got some, and I like
Pectin,
it. Huh?
butterfly PT.
Uh-huh. It's
Huh.
blue. Well, it comes like flowers and they do sell it in powder form, but I
Okay.
have the flowers and you steep it for like 3 or 4 minutes and then you drink it and it's really good.
Jen, you hearing this?
Butterfly PT.
Wow. Okay. I've been hearing about the sea moss, and I haven't used that yet because I'm a huge moringa fan, but I haven't used any of the sea moss yet. My daughter was telling me about sea moss about a year ago, and yeah, I definitely want to try that. But I'm gonna try. So, what's the butterfly PT do for you?
It's good for your brain. It's
Oh, you
good
just said
for
that.
some of your female organs. I just found out about it, so I'm not that good. And let me look it up, and then I can tell you some of the benefits.
DC said facts. I always say that customer is the hardest job out there.
Customer service is the hardest job
Customer
out
service.
there.
Yeah. It's like, in the workplace, if you, oh my gosh, she deals with mothers who breastfeed, you know, um, because they do pumps. The company she works for has a contract to deal with companies that make pumps. You know what I mean? And oh my God, she is dealing with it all day long.
Mm, okay, the butterfly PT.
She says sometimes the medical industry is as what? The medical industry, as amazing as they can be, likes to use quick fixes instead of precaution. I need a link. LOL. I'm too wordy for comments. I keep.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, they give you the pills and the medicine to temporarily get rid of whatever your issue is instead of giving you a herb or something to keep it from coming back. I think
Right.
that's what she's saying. But
They
the
get paid off
butterfly
of it.
PT is good for skin health, eye health, stress relief, hair health, and pain. So like I do a lot of stuff to reduce the swelling in my body so that I won't get arthritis. So for my hands and stuff. So
Okay.
yeah, it's good for your skin, your hair, your eyes, and stress.
Well, see, that works for me because it just does, especially with my eye thing I got going on, because I don't know what has caused. I'm not blind, but I'm visually impaired. It's almost like somebody put like a sheet of ice over my retina or something, and I'm looking through that, you know?
So it's kind of it's not real clear. You see something, but you don't really can't.
Exactly. I can see enough to get around. It's like looking through your you know how you can have um how your windshield gets defogged and you can see but you can't see clearly,
Yes.
like that. It's just like a really thick version of that, so I can see but I can't.
Okay, I'm gonna try to help you find some herbs that will probably reverse that or help that get better.
Okay, that'll work. I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm gonna be on the lookout for you, sis.
That'll work, Queen. I appreciate that. I would love to do a stream on that too. That would be cool because a lot of people don't know what's out there. My wife loves to talk about stuff like that. She's a vegan. We're both vegans. She's better at it than I am. But there's all kinds of foods that people can eat if they're looking to become vegan and switch over and cleanse their bodies out of like red meat, you know, and things like that. So we can definitely do some streams on that. And Az, I would love to have you come on and talk about some of the herbs that you know about.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because I like doing stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna tell my mama and we own it, girl.
That'll work. That'll work. That'll be fun. Jem would love that. She's been saying, when are we going to do a health stream? When are we going to do a health stream? And I'm like, okay, we will definitely do a health stream.
Okay, yeah, I'm down for that.
Popey Frank saying, that's right, Asia. Vegan is the way to go. Pope, are you a vegan?
No. No, I shouldn't talk for him.
I forgot because y'all related, right? He said you're his cousin.
Yeah, that's my big bro. It's my cousin.
Yeah. Man, shout out to New Media Gang, man. I'm telling you, the New Media Gang is on fire.
They've been on a roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm proud of y'all. I went on a couple of streams last week. It was good. While I was at work, I turned it on.
I've been trying to hit him. You know what I mean? I've been trying to hit him. I love Juju's short videos that he does on LaMelo Ball, and post streams are just crazy. I mean, especially the past couple of days, they've been really getting into some heated discussions. And I'm sorry though. I was in the floor when you told Rev he was playing with crayons, yo. On the one, I was on the floor with the crayon thing. Rev was even cracking up. And then Rev stream last night was off the chain. I couldn't stay for the whole thing, but Cam was on there. I mean, that was off the chain. I loved hearing them talk about sports because even though I don't watch them as much as those guys do, I definitely appreciate sports. I played basketball. My wife played basketball. I love watching football. So I'm thinking about doing a Ravens stream because I love the Ravens.
Oh, I love football too. I don't have a favorite team, but when the game come on, I can tell you who's gonna win and I'll bet some money on it and I'll win. But I know a little bit about the players, but yeah, I like football.
Asa, let's get together for the Super Bowl and bet against the boys.
Yeah, okay, I'm
They
down.
go for.
There you go.
That'll be.
Wait, who's playing tomorrow? I think it's the Chargers and they playing in LA, I know that.
Are they?
I
Yeah,
haven't
I
looked at
think
the
they're gonna be at the Sophie State Stadium. SoFi Stadium.
Wow. Let's see here. All right, so
Oh,
I'm
the
gonna
Cowboys and the Chargers tomorrow.
really. Well, that's DJ's team, I think, and Hoop Jargon.
Yeah, the Chargers is gonna win. It's gonna be a real good game because I know everybody love them Cowboys, but the Chargers not gonna let them beat them at home.
You know they're not.
Yeah, this game is gonna be too much.
The Chargers were good last year.
Yeah.
It don't matter at the end of the day. Tom Brady's ring is winning another ring.
Oh wow, here we go with the GOAT. Here we go with the GOAT. I forgot you up near Boston, aren't you?
Yeah.
Even though he's down in Tampa now, he's still your guy, huh?
It's a shame, but yes, he is. Yes, he is.
My daughter's a Tom Brady fan. Oh my God, we talked so much smack to each other for years because I was a Joe Flacco fan and she was a Tom Brady fan. And anytime we beat the Patriots, I was all over that.
Yeah. At first I thought that I don't know that they probably was rigging games and stuff, but when he got traded and won that Super Bowl, I said, yeah, that's all him. And can't nobody say nothing. That's that boy. He winning them rings.
I put a link down in the comments if anybody wants to join in and talk about that real quick. I don't feel like getting spanked on no football stats.
No, Spygate was real. They did spy on the other team. The organization and the coaches, I'm gonna put it that way. I don't think Tom Brady had anything to do with it. But I feel like he's won enough championships to argue that he doesn't need to cheat to win.
Yeah, they said Belichick and him all of a sudden weren't getting along as well.
What was that?
They said Belichick and him wasn't getting along as well.
Oh yeah, the last few years he was here. Yep, they really did it with that one.
Shout
Outside
out
the
to my
stat.
brother DZ in the house. What's up, DZ?
What's going on, ladies? What's going on? How you doing, Sister JJ? How you doing, Sister Asia? How you doing,
Hey,
Sister
DZ.
Royalty? What's going on? I just can you guys hear me properly? I just got to North Carolina. I did like a whole long road trip out here, so I just
You
my
made
network
it.
is. I made it. Yeah, yeah. I drove
All
for
Mm,
like
right.
16
thank
hours
God.
straight from last night. Yeah, yeah. I was in the so yeah, I went through Western Virginia. It was so weird and everything. They were looking at me weirdly. I was so scared.
Yeah, you went through West Virginia. Of course, they're gonna look at you weird in West
Yeah,
Virginia,
yeah,
man. That's
yeah.
like
Like
Redneckville. That's like the mountain people up there, man.
yeah, it was
Mm.
bad, man. I had to like go on, and I couldn't get a motel for the night that side, so I just literally went and I drove straight up, to North Carolina. So I'm hella tired right now, man. I'm getting I'm eating my breakfast right now this time. So
Wow.
but yeah, yeah, yeah. But no, shout out to y'all ladies, man. I'm truly enjoying this stream out here. You guys are talking about a really good, a much needed topic that needs to be addressed. In regards to these toxic relationships, toxicity within relationships. Um, and I don't know what y'all think about it, but what do you think about? Do you think abuse with? Because I feel like emotional abuse and physical abuse that happens to man, it gets swept under the rug. We don't, as man, we don't talk a lot about it. What do you what do y'all think about that? Like, um, do you think emotional abuse with man is something that because there's a whole perception that man, we're not able we're able to move on from that easily. What y'all think about that?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I talked to Queen about this, and I said, you
Yeah.
know what, it's some men out there to get abused too. Maybe we should. So I'm kind of glad you came on here. That's another reason I put the link out there, because I'm like,
Hmm.
we need to get some dudes' perspectives, because I don't think it's fair either way, because people
Yeah,
don't realize that men go through abuse too. Um,
that's right.
and the funny thing is, I have to reference a reality show that my wife and I watch called 90 Day Fiance. I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with that,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that one.
but
Yeah,
you know Colty, okay? Colt
yeah,
got his ass whipped
yeah,
by Larissa a couple of
yeah,
times, and he called the cops on her. And people were like, he's a grown man. How does he look calling the cops on a woman? Well, because she was abusive. Men go through
yeah,
it too,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And if
yeah.
he's the type of guy that's not going to put his hands on a woman, and
Hmm.
defend himself in that way, then of course he's going to call the police. He's not just going to sit up there and get abused. There are women that put their hands on men
Yeah,
or verbally abuse them or emotionally abuse them, and it's not right either way. It's just as wrong as if a man was doing it for a woman.
Right.
yeah. Exactly. And I think as a man, I can speak for me personally on my last relationship, because there was a lot of mostly emotional abuse that happened to me. So moving on from that was eh, just for as for women, it was hard for me as a man to move on from that relationship because there's so much emotional attachment you still feel
You
with that
loved her.
person. Yeah, I did, and it was a huge disappointment when I went through that. You know what I mean? So just to get into my next relationship now, it takes a lot of work and takes a lot of you need to build that sort of trust, but you don't know what's going to happen, so you kind of like scared to get into the next one. because you feel like all that investment will go to nothing. Thank you. Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, can you guys hear me? Sorry about that.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, it's just
there it
like it
is,
takes a
Pope. I
lot of
put it back
investment.
in there, Pope. I put the link in there
Yeah.
again. Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah. So yeah. Hmm.
It's tough because
Yeah.
you wanna,
Yeah.
how do I say, oh my god, I lost my train of thought. Geez, um, well, okay, I'll come back to it.
it's all good. It's all good.
Hey, Vernon.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Hey, what's going on, family?
Shout out to Uncle
What's
Vern.
going on, Coburn?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good. But hey, JJ, I love you, baby. I had to say it again. I don't know how many times I'm be able to say it today, but God give me the will and wake up tomorrow and say the same thing, baby. I love you. I love y'all.
Love you too, Uncle Vern. What's up, Jen, baby?
Hey, I just had a few minutes before I had to log back in for the extra shift, so I wanted to come on and say something about when you were saying about the men and the women, like the men being abused too. I thought of something that we always talk about, and it's respect. And I think that's what goes wrong in so many relationships because whether it's a man respecting a woman or a woman respecting a man, it can't be like two different ways. Like you have to respect each other. And I think that's what ends up going wrong when women are like, well, I can do whatever, he ain't gonna do nothing. He's a man, or he should take it like this, or starts putting him down, or you know what I mean. Like either way, I
Yeah,
think that's what happens when you find those relationships. Like women think maybe they can get away with more because he's a man, and then the other way around is the same way. But either way, it all comes down to respect, and if there's not respect is like the core thing. I think that's what goes wrong in a lot of relationships. And if the people who've been together the longest, you can always tell that they have that like deep love and respect, that they don't, you know what I mean? It's not like a love hate type thing. They might bicker, but you know where.
Right. That's what I've been saying. It's always a line that they won't cross because of the respect that they have for each other.
I feel
I
like that's.
I agree.
Is
Go ahead.
go ahead, Queen. I think he was
Oh,
just saying he
I
agrees.
agree. I agree with
All right,
Where's vegan knowledge?
JJ, J and J's wife. Um,
Hello.
Yeah, vegan knowledge is my wife, Jen.
yeah,
Uh, Hi, Jen.
yeah.
You there?
hey Jed?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yep.
I was
Oh,
just agreeing with you, JJ, with Jen when she was saying it's about respect, because that's what I've been saying this whole time. That when a woman and a man respect each other, it's a certain line that they're not gonna cross in any argument.
Yeah.
that's
That's what
true.
we do. We have never called each other out of our name. You know, that's one thing. We don't go to bed angry. You know, that's just it's just respect, and it's not even like you have to work at it. When you find your person, you don't have to work at it. It's just there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Definitely. Yeah, like I
I
totally
agree.
agree with you. The
Hey,
whole premise of respect, because that.
Jay.
Yeah.
What's up, Uncle Vern?
Hey, JJ, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you. Like I told you before, Jay. You already know I'm in my 60s, right? I ain't gonna tell you how much into it, man. I'm gonna tell you. But look, I'm in my 60s, Jay, and I'm gonna tell you something. We know we're really messed up with right now is the culture. JJ, I'm gonna tell you. This was before you was born. Before you was born, the '73 and the '74. That's when they started abortion. When they started abortion, then at that time, I was in going to junior high school. Then at that time, my first mindset was, look here, that's good. So then, if I start messing with females, when I start messing with them, I'll be able to not having kids running around. That was my whole mindset. As Jay, look at Jay, look here. As I got older I realized, that abortion thing ain't nothing but a cosmetic. You understand what I'm saying?
Shout out to Netta 27 Cosmetic. What
Okay.
you mean by that, Uncle Vern?
What I mean by cosmetic, it's like you make up. You go to abortion clinic, you make up the difference. You disguise that situation.
Right.
But then
By getting rid of it,
even
basically.
before then, and then Jay, like even before then, you had right. Thank you. Even before then, you had to go to Mexico and Canada to do that. And it's really turned around. And Jay, this going right back to y'all conversation, ladies. It's going right back to doing that again. Now it's going to be the way the people's going to have it now. It's going to be you could tell on a abortion person that sit up there doing it because abortion going to be outlawed. You get what I'm saying? So that's the
You think
woman
it's gonna be
thing.
outlawed?
It ain't really my man thing. It go right back to that I was saying again. I'm sorry. I'm going off contact. I'm sorry. Go ahead, baby.
No, y'all. Y'all think abortion is gonna be outlawed?
They already did it in Texas, but I'm
Right.
I'm
Thank you.
I want kids, so I ain't aborting shit. So I agree with them, but
Yeah, I didn't
no,
do that. I had
but
a miscarriage the first time, and then my daughter was born the second time. I wasn't supposed to get pregnant again, but I went within 2 months after the miscarriage, and she made it fine. You know what I mean? So I'm
yeah,
not.
Yeah.
I'm not
it's
killing. I'm not killing. If you took the time to make the life, definitely don't take it out. But that's neither here nor there because people have different situations,
Mm-hmm.
so you
yeah,
never
rape
know.
and incest. Yeah, it should be able to get aborted. Maybe
Yeah,
every
I don't
woman.
believe in taking away somebody's right to do that.
Yeah, yeah,
Right
that's
choice.
where y'all messed up at. But other than that, yeah, my hands is up. I ain't aborting nothing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's like
I've
to each his own.
I don't
yeah.
believe
I've
in that. Like, I don't agree at all. Regardless of the
yeah.
situation, I don't agree with it, but I can understand like an incest situation. Like, I get it, but I don't know. I guess it's
Yeah.
a religion
Yeah,
view,
that would
you
be
know.
one of those situations where I probably would, but then I mean, hey, that's a hard thing. You taking a life either way.
Right, that's
Exactly.
what I'm saying. Like, you're still like,
Yeah.
I get the situation, right? Like, I'm not trying to say
But it's the quality of life
right.
that we're
Right.
worried about.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree with Quinn on that end that I don't see the I don't see a point of taking a life out. I mean, from a kid, since I was a kid, I've been taught that every life matters. You know what I mean? But again, I've never been through a situation like that. For a woman to obviously, have, I'll go through incest and everything. That must be really hard. So having a kid, knowing that that happened through incest, obviously that oh, that affects you mentally at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So
It
I'm
does.
not gonna act as if it's easy, but of course, just
But
abortion in
once the
general,
baby get
just
there,
like yeah,
once the
yeah,
baby get there, I
yeah,
think everybody just love on it, and you
Yeah.
forget, even if it was an incest or a rape baby,
or
like you
just accept
forget
it.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
only an evil person is gonna bring it back up. But I think once the baby
yeah,
is in this world, that
that's right.
everybody is gonna love on it.
That about it. I was like, I'm glad
Yeah,
that my mom didn't go that
mo-
route. She had me when
definitely,
she was
definitely.
18. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
well, that's
DZ, I
beautiful.
wanted to
That's
ask
beautiful.
you. So I'm still trying to
Well, shout
understand
out
how
to all the
men
queens
get
out there.
abused. Like
Yeah,
I'm still trying to understand that, and maybe I have a he-man, type of
yeah,
mentality. And I don't condone men hitting women either, but I'm just saying if she getting out of line, a little bass in your voice, or just a little like, scare her a little bit, is that not right? Because I tell my brother if a woman ever put her
it's
hands on him,
yeah.
like just restrain her and call me, because I got it. Just restrain her, sit on her, tie her up, whatever you got to do,
Hmm.
and call me.
Ace is like, I
I,
handle it. Shout out to AB the
I,
hero.
yeah, I shout out to AB. That's a great question, Sister Aza. I think it's
Amen.
especially right now, it's hard to kind of do any, like you can try to defend yourself as a man, but these days, it's you can pretty much end up in jail. I mean, we've seen a lot of situations where men end up getting in jail for some just defending themselves. Not even you know harming the
Hmm.
woman. I'm not
Right.
saying it doesn't happen on the other end too, but it's as a man. And for me, I never put my hands on the woman. I would start that, but defending myself and everything, it's not that easy, to, it's hard. It's hard, I will say. And I think I think as man, that's something we don't talk about. Like, hey, because a lot of times we'll have our significant others or girlfriends or whatever you want to call it say a lot of hurtful things, and we kind of don't stop it. And like we let them know, hey, don't say that and everything, but we keep on taking it, and taking it to the point where all that anger is built up, and that ends up being something really, really bad. You know what I mean? So as man, I can speak for myself. Whenever I see that happening, I just end the. I talk to them. I touch my girlfriend or the person that I'm with, and I just ended right there. And because for me, it's. I think that as man, we're right now, especially with this whole Me Too movement right now, it's easy to be judged even if you defend yourself. I don't know if you guys watched this Dr. Phil video. Dr. Phil pretty much was rebuking this guy, saying that, hey, yo, because this guy was defending himself from his abusive relationship that he was having with his girlfriend at the time. And his girlfriend was, Dr. Phil literally told him, you should never defend yourself. If she touches you or whatever, you should just run, but don't defend yourself. So when you have such a mentality, when society has such a mentality like that, as men, it's a bit hard to do whatever,
No,
it's
but
a
I
bit hard to
think,
kind of defuse the
oh,
situation. Yeah.
yeah, but that's kind of hard
Yeah,
in
just
that situation. But I think that parents today need to teach their daughters that you might can get hit back if they ain't smart enough to already understand that. Because you never know what type
that's
of
right.
man they are coming across. So I think that that's dangerous for
That's right.
people to teach their daughters that that boys not supposed to hit girls, because that gives them the mindset that they can do anything wild to them. And like I said, no, that's
Exactly.
not right. I never thought about that till my brother got old enough and started to date. And I'm like, what if one of these little
Yeah.
crazy ass girls did this to my brother? What would I do? Because I don't
Right.
do stuff like
Yep.
that, So that's what made me
Hmm.
start thinking like, yeah, y'all bras need to get
Yeah.
it together.
Yeah, because it's like, you teach them both ways. You're not supposed to put your hands on a woman, but you also not supposed to let no chick put her hands on you either. And then you do something
Yeah,
like what you said, Asa. Hey, call me. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
hey, hey,
Just
hey, hey!
straight up
I'm,
call
gl-
me.
I'm I don't want to cut y'all off, but I'm glad you said that
Exactly.
too. Cause look, J and J. Look, Jay. I tell them all the time. Look here, I'm old. You put your hands on me, I'm gonna call the police, and they're gonna take you out of my house.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me. And I will tell them you put your hands on
Yep.
me. I ain't gonna lie. Tell them different. I would
Shoot,
tell them
you
put
I
your
just
was
hands
said it
on
I
me.
was
Yeah,
a
you already
27.
crazy
know.
ass teenager. I went off on one of my mother's boyfriends that tried that shit one time, and I had a switchblade waiting to cut that nigga up. You never know what people have in their mind. And he walked up on me saying, "Hey,
Yep.
you a girl. You ain't no use in you thinking you gonna do nothing to hurt me," not knowing I had the shit right down in the back of my pants ready to slice and dice his
But
ass.
after you sliced him and he got a hold to that knife, what was gonna happen to you?
I didn't want to
You
find
was
out.
gonna get a slice, like, yeah, you gonna get your lick in. You could get a few licks in, but I don't understand the notion that women think that they can fight a man. Like, yeah,
That's
you
why
can
I left my
defend
husband.
yourself
You know
and
what I mean? You can't
knock
do
them
it.
off to run away, but like you gonna stand toe to toe, like nigga, head up. Like you got
Exactly.
girls, sit down, relax.
Yeah, you don't do
You
that.
Yeah.
need a
So
Barbie
I
doll.
totally agree with you, Asia. Yeah, it's rare that
trust
a
and
situation
believe.
that ends up with the woman. Yeah, coming out on top.
That's exactly why I
It's
left my
just yeah,
marriage. I was not gonna do that.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's not an
Yeah,
easy
we just
one to
have to
talk about for
respect
sure.
each
But I'm
other.
glad we're having a discussion.
But that's
Yeah,
the point, Asa.
yeah,
We just have to respect each
exactly.
other and, keep our own selves clear. You know what I mean? And when you find that you're in a toxic relationship, you're going to have to muster the strength that you need. And that comes with getting right with yourself.
Yes.
Only when you're
I
right with
agree.
yourself can you walk away.
Say it again.
Only when you're right
Do
with
you guys think
yourself
that?
can you walk away.
Yeah.
Preach it.
Hey, Poe.
Yep.
But what it do? Okay, there we at. There we
There we
go.
go. My bad. I thought it didn't take, so I hit it again and took you out.
Oh, it's all good. All good. Y'all cooking up in here. I'm glad to see you, Queens. Blessing the people with these good lyrical conversations y'all having.
New
Definitely
Media Queens up in the house, baby.
no media
Whoop, whoop.
queens in the
New Media got
house.
some queens too.
Very proud. Hey, listen, and very proud. Hey, and Queen Royalty, where the hell was you at today? Over in the boat. It was 1,000 motherfuckers over there. I just seen Queen Royalty in there not one time. I took 2.5 hours.
I
Uh
was
oh, Queen. Uh oh.
no, I was busy, but I did peep when you had like 400 views and stuff.
No,
Cause
that's
a
Shout
lot of
good.
out
Hey.
people
to you,
didn't.
Poe, for that. I mean, Juju went off. That was so funny. He was like, "How many we got in here?"
Yeah, yeah,
458. I remember you at one point saying. I was like, "Damn, you went from 250 to 450 inside of 15
Yeah.
minutes. How the
yeah,
hell?
yeah. And it stayed there for a good 30 minutes, so that was smooth.
How many likes you end up with?"
Like 250, I believe.
Wow.
250. But yeah, it was smooth. It was a blessed day. And we was cooking over there. We was handling our candle. And so it was real fitting, man. We had fun. I had fun.
I almost felt bad for coming on. And if I hadn't planned this for a week, I wasn't cooking. I'm like, damn, he cooking. And it's
No,
my turn to get on there. I'm like, should I say something? I'm like, because I
no,
don't want to just.
I really wanted to cook all the way until your time came so it could be just like you came right on after, just like a regular TV, channel. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I was trying to do that, but I seen it was dying down, and shit like that. The energy kind of was sagging at the end, and that was usually my mark. But I want to try to set it up to where you can come on right after, so everybody who viewing in can really actually just go right over, and that should be booming like that. So I'm gonna try to set that up better.
Um, so I wanted to say two things. One, um, Netta's comment is on point that people should walk away when you're too heated in a in an argument. But a lot of people find that as oh well, you're walking away so you don't care. But I think it's best to walk away and come back and talk about it later, as she said. And then the next thing that I wanted to say was in regards to your show, Pope, that's what happens when everybody works together.
Yep.
Yep. Say it. Say that again, man. Say that again, Queen Royalty, so everybody can hear it at the back, man.
That's what happens when everybody works together.
Exactly.
Because
Absolutely.
Exactly. No.
Absolutely. I feel like I'm part of a family with you guys. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
it's always good to feel like you belong somewhere. I mean, no matter how tough we try to be, it always feels good when you are surrounded by people who have the like minds and are trying to see you get raised up. And you are also helping them raise up.
Exactly.
hmm
Exactly. I think that's just the reality of it, man. Like, when people work together, when we all work as a unit, as a family, we're able to grow even more. You know what I mean? The problem with our people is that we like to have that individual growth, like we can only focus on ourselves. It's good to focus on ourselves from time to time, but when you have that mentality, like you want to be greedy and try to keep everything for yourself and not willing to work with your brothers and sisters, you're not going to grow as much as when you work it as a unit. And this is what happened with New Media Gang right now.
Shout out to King Fuse Lit, man. Shout
Yeah.
out to you, Rev, because I remember when, I first started, dealing with you and DJ back in like February. And, new media, that was always the goal. That was always the goal, to have unified channels that were basically putting the truth out there and not censoring us. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he is really starting to make that happen and narrow down how to create a community. It should have never been just about one channel or one person. It should have been a collective organization.
I
Yeah,
like
um
he,
that how
yeah,
that
you know
hey,
kind of
but
relates to
you hear that,
what we
AB?
were talking about on relationships too. You know,
yeah,
it's the same
Tómatelo.
kind of thing. It
Dale.
filters over into other things in life. What your actual thing is, if you keep things positive and on the good, helping each other out and keeping each other lifted instead of putting them down, it definitely pays off.
Yes,
definitely.
yes.
It's
That we see. I just want to say, A, you already shout out AB the hero. You see, you got AB the hero in here, JJ.
Yeah, we shouted him out.
You
he
see
he was
that?
saying he came in on a crazy topic. Feel
Uh,
free to come on up here, AB has been in my stream a couple times. Feel free
that's
to
what's
come on up
up.
here, bruh.
Yeah, he might as well go ahead and join this new media thing. I seen that, like I said, I seen that video you did on your boy the Pope, Be Frank. Good looking out, shouting out and all of that, doing a whole video on that. 25 minutes, man. That's much love. AB the hero, if you're still in here and you listening, me and the Pope, me and you, we gotta collaborate, brother, on that. Cause I think we'll really, really chef it up real heavy. And I see you promoting our peoples out here in new media. So yeah, man, come on with it. You might as well come on to this side. You feel me? Cause we
I
cracking.
remember the first time he came in my stream, I was so shocked. I'm like, what? But that shows you how a brother doesn't think that he's too big to reach back and help somebody else come up.
True.
I'm like, wow, if he's watching my channel, that means he rocks with everything. You know what I mean? He don't just watch the people who have, you know, hundreds of thousands of subs and all of that, And shout out to DKM because he's the same way.
Yeah,
You know what I
he
mean?
came on. Yeah, he came on today.
I know I heard him. DKM is the truth. I've been in his stream too. He don't do that. He's a real one.
Right,
and that's
right.
how it should be
And
because
so,
people shouldn't undermine you just because they have more subs than you. That's corny. That's
Absolutely.
did
you
y'all
just
see
don't
that
look like
video he
that.
did yesterday? Did y'all
You
see
saw
that?
it, baby girl?
Sorry.
J and J, you seen it?
Who's
Queen?
DKM's?
No. AB the hero did a whole video about the live stream that I did.
Really?
He did a 25-minute video on the live stream I did about
Hey, much
them
love.
not allowing BBB, the NBA not allowing BBB in the league. Oh, it's a fire ass video. Go check it out.
I started watching one because I got a notification. I started watching one and then I went off of it to finish, preparing for this. But I think that might have been the start of that one. So yeah, when we get off of this, I'm gonna go check it out.
Oh, it was fire. I mean, he was saying the same. He gave flowers. He basically put my whole stream up in his background and let him know he shouted out to Pope that he got the whole shit from watching my stream. So shout out to you, AB the hero again, man,
Shout
on
out
that
to you,
shit.
AB.
You know what I'm
Shout
saying?
out, AB.
Is that the one? Did that start off with Jello shooting in the gym?
Um,
Hey, hey, hey,
I don't believe so. I
That
hey,
was
believe it
hey,
was the
JJ,
behind
other
hey,
day.
hey,
Yellow
look here.
Shooter.
Because
Hey, look,
that's where I
I want to
saw
give a shout
Jello
out.
shooting in the gym by himself.
He might have had clip. No, he went in. He went in. You seen the new AB the hero on top of that because AB don't really come with the
Yeah,
like
AB don't go
he
in on people like that.
no,
I'm
yeah, he
definitely
had
gonna
little
check that
cuss
out.
words and everything. Listen,
What?
AB. Listen. He was watching the Pope. This shit is contagious. It's infectious. When you hear the Pope being frank, so goddamn frank, you can't help but to do it. Speak the truth or don't speak. When you
That's
got this
right.
platform, tell it like it is. Be
That's right.
authentic. Don't have no type of motherfucking type of agendas of trying to do. No, I don't come on here for views and likes and all that shit. I really come on here because I got a platform to speak and people listening, and so I'm gonna speak my mind and from the heart. You feel me? And that's what it is. That's all it is.
That's what I do, Pope. And I talked to Rev about doing streams more frequently because usually I only do something when I'm passionate about it, but I'm always in here talking about something. If I have time to watch streams all day, then I got time to make one too, especially if something is dear to my heart. So you never know, you may say something that may affect somebody in a good way for that day, so they needed to hear that. and you
No
keeping it to
doubt.
yourself, you really kind of cheating. You know what I mean? You cheating people of their blessings. So, and I love getting blessings from y'all. So I'm gonna dish them out and I'm gonna get them.
Right.
Yeah, I wanted to reference to your comment, JJ, because I was there too when Rev and DJ started.
I know you were, Queen. Yep.
It's crazy because nobody believed in it, and now
Hey, but hey, Jay, look at hey, Jay, like I had one, hey,
I think your stream breaking up, Uncle
but
Vern.
no, okay, but I want to say this. I want to send some shouts out too. And I also want to continue on, with Pope left to a certain extent. Where Pope left off at, you understand? I say, hey, what's going on, DJ? You know what's happening, DJ? Man, look here, what's going on, Flight Sports TV? Man, what's happening, man? Look here, what's going on, Ball Facts? Man, what's happening? What's going on, New Media, man? What's going on? What's happening? What's going on, New Media family? What's going on, y'all? I just wanted to get that in, Jay, because you know what I'm saying. I can try to get it in where I fit in. You understand me? Hey, baby,
I
thank
feel
you.
you. What's up? Shout out to Juju. Juju, feel free to
Yeah.
come up on the panel, baby boy.
anyway, yeah, no, I don't think we should mix the two, and we're us, they're them, and
Talk to him,
that's
yeah,
it.
because new media don't see. Listen, Vern, you know we don't fuck with ball sacks nor flight sports. So when you come up here correct, and or don't come up here at all. Period. Because this is new media, family new media gang, and them dudes ain't a part of this. They actually against it. So don't come up here with that bogusness, man. Let's keep it smooth.
Right. People want to support whoever, that's fine, but there's no need for that.
I mean, like they cross the line once they start talking mess about us
Yeah,
on their live stream.
all them do. All them people we just, all them people, all we do, all them people we just named supporting new media. Have been and always will be. So ain't nothing
Yeah,
need to be
well,
said about that. That's already known. What's already known and not be told, no even talked about.
But you know what?
yeah,
I look forward to one day when it can be how it was because there was no lines. So if I'm keeping it real and I'm staying true to myself, I hate all this us them shit. If one day we can all be together as one again, that should be the ultimate goal, not
I
to be
love you, Jay.
separated.
Jay.
COVID got us separated enough. We need to come to fucking together. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And stop all this separating shit. But right now it is what it is. So one day that is what I hope to see though.
It's
True,
it's
yeah,
hard
true.
it's
exactly.
it's hard for that though when there's shadiness going around. So
Yeah, right now, yeah, it's hard
it,
because there's people. I mean, I was surprised as shit. I told you, Queen, I was listening to Icarus Part 3, and the shit that I heard that Ballfax did or said or went back to LeVar and ran back to LeVar, that's not cool. That's not cool. You know, if he did that, that's not cool. You know, you got to keep things to yourself. You can't be so much of an opportunist that you jeopardize other people's success because of that. You know, that shit that's going on with Jello right now, you know, with the shoes, it's bullshit.
Yep,
But here we got this brother back shooting in the gym by himself. Why? Because people are running their mouth where they have no business running their mouth.
exactly.
and that's
And
why you can't mix the two.
yep,
I
that
mean,
that's
frankly, that's what
yep.
it is.
That's that greedy shit I was talking about, JJ. That's that greedy shit that we're talking about. That's why a lot of people cannot work together because you got certain individuals like ball sacks that do have their own agenda in regards to what they want to do. So, man, and you cannot respect that. We want to work together. Obviously, we all want to work together, but
Yeah,
we
because I've
cannot
never
work
had
as
a
mates.
problem with him. He's always
Yeah,
been cool with me. He's never come off at me like I couldn't be on his channel because I didn't have subs or nothing like that. But you know, it's neither here nor there. If he's running behind the scenes doing things, but just not obviously in your face, but running behind the scenes doing things, and that's crud ball shit right there.
yep,
And,
that's
and when
shady.
and when the man that's running behind him, running behind cornball shit and accepting that, and which is flight sports, then that shit he get xed out too. So that's what
Yep,
it is over here.
exactly.
It's
If you
crazy.
agree with that sort of mentality, I cannot fuck with you anymore. Unfortunately, that's just the
Because
way it is.
DJ
And
gave Flight his opportunity to grow and so on and so forth when he was with the little people, and DJ was with the big people, and that was what it was rocking with, and that's how I got involved with this family all together because I seen how everybody was rocking together,
Me too.
and I love that, and that's what So what JJ said, yeah, later on, could it possibly we all come together like butt cheeks, make it happen? Possibly. Right now, Cass is on some other shit. That bullshit coming over my channel, putting up 42 some dislikes on my shit. We know what that is. So, and
Wow.
it's all good because you still making my algorithm move to the right tune. You understand me? So, idiots, you don't even know what you're doing. So when you come through with that dumbness, then expect for it to be like the way it is. Now, when you understand what we are trying to do, because we actually growing as a family together here and really supporting everybody's channel. You can catch JJ on my channel any time of the day. You can catch DZ on my shit, Queen on my. It don't matter. You catch everybody on
That's how you
everybody's.
that's right.
grow.
That's how you go, and
That's how you
everybody.
grow.
Correct.
Exactly.
And nobody has no selfishness when it comes to this, even from Young Juju and everybody who's involved with new media. And then when you start seeing other cats who has a little selfishness, but they came from this same circle that made them boom. Now you want to step outside the circle. Now you got a problem. Because I
You know
mean,
what I will
you can't.
say based on. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Queen. Go ahead. I was done.
Oh, I was just gonna say it reminds me of like sometimes with the energy and the flow of things. Like Dawn and I always talk about this. I think you talked about on your stream before about how you can change the energy of even others. Like with the coffee bean story. Like there's a story that's called the carrot, the egg, and the coffee bean. And like even if everybody around, like let's say you put all three of those in boiling water and you put the egg in there, it gets like hard on the outside but soft on the inside. And then you put the carrot in there and it just gets soft. Talking about how people react to things. And then you put the coffee beans in the water and it actually changes the water. I feel like what new media is doing is changing the culture of things so that when everybody else sees the way that you're positively promoting each other and feeding off of each other, it'll actually change the culture of how people maybe even in within YouTube work together because it's so like competitive. But instead
It's
of that,
revolutionary.
working together and pushing everybody up is going to end up lifting everybody up as opposed to, you know what I mean? I just think it's actually, I shouldn't have probably went on the long story about the coffee bean, but that's what it reminds me of, just changing the culture of something slowly from the inside by showing people how good it can be instead of, the other way around.
And to do that, you have to have strong leadership. And Rev is definitely a strong leader. He's a brother, don't mind putting himself out on the firing lines and saying the things that people are afraid to say. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Asking the hard questions, having the hard conversations, as he says. You know what I mean? Everything's not all sunshine and roses. And if you don't address that and don't address what's real, then how does it ever get fixed?
It's
So
easier to
shout out
just
to
do
him for
things
that.
the same old way that things have been done, but to change.
Hey,
And
Yeah.
that's why the opportunity was
hey,
given, though.
hey, hey,
That's the
hey, hey,
thing.
hey, Jay, hey, Jay,
What'd you say, Queen?
I
can
said
I
the
say, can I say
opportunity
something
was
right there?
given for people to work together because this
Hello.
is this is what Rev wanted from the beginning. Because we were there from the beginning. We didn't just come on 2 weeks ago. We were there, JJ,
Absolutely.
from the beginning, and
Yes, yes,
nobody
2 weeks
believed in
ago.
it. Nobody believed in it. And when the opportunity was given,
Listen,
certain people didn't want to be a part of it, which is fine. Nobody's forced to be a part of it.
listen.
But I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. You
And
showed
you
up
can't
right.
you can't
Hey,
uplift people.
hey, Jay, hey, Jay, listen. Can I say one thing? Just it ain't gotta be long. Just one thing. Hey, look here. All I said was this. This is the same way it go. Hey, look, folks. It's like folks, when you come in on the reels like this. This is how real go. When you come in on the real, you recognize those who bring you in, those you come in with, not those you catch on with along the way. Because 9 times out of 10, the ones you catching on with along the way, they've been down that road before. and they played that same game they playing right now. I ain't trying to say no names or no nothing. I'm just saying, look out. You understand me?
So so
Look,
so
you just the one that bring you in, and now you want to spoon feed the other one. That's your business. But now you want to bring it upon other people to think that same way when they even know really about what's Jack going on, because you don't even know what's going on.
well, let me tell
They
you
They
what I
spinning
know.
do know.
they spinning you a story, which is a lie, and you
Okay,
fell
well,
for it. You jumped. You did Lonzo real good. You did a
mhm.
Lonzo move. That was real good. But then
Oh, you sound
that's
hurt.
your
You sound hurt.
statue. That's your
You sound like a
statue.
little
That's
broad
what
up
you
here.
stand on. You
You
stand
sound
on
like a
your
little
word.
broad.
You the pope.
That's what
And
you
that
sound
move
like.
right there gonna take you through the rest of your career
Okay.
as far as this thing
So
go. You gonna
now
be
you done
recognized by
talking.
that move.
You
The nigga that brought you in, you cut his throat. The nigga
you
that's
you, you
brought
done
Burn,
you
talking.
in,
burn. The
you
nigga that
cut
brought
his
him in
throat.
Hold
has
on,
a
hold on.
name,
Hold-
bro.
Don't trip, Queen.
And it ain't got nothing to
Don't
do with
trip.
ball
I'm
facts,
a cookie.
flight. It ain't got nothing to do with
I'm gonna
ball
let him
facts,
because
flight,
they
or
can't hear us
anything else,
both.
J and J. For real, baby, you could be talking
Okay, so
to
now
yourself.
you
It
done. You
ain't got
said you
nothing to
had
do
one
with
thing
that.
to
It
say,
got something to do
and
with
now
the
you're
power
going on
struggle.
about
And
five
that's
things
on
to
Rev.
say. Now
Rev
you need
made
to
that move.
hold
He
on.
fell
Now
along with
check
it.
this out.
When that
All right,
Check
let
legacy
me
this
let
out.
was
me. All
talking,
right,
Go ahead, mute his day. Thank you.
already.
So
Oh God.
so let me tell you something. Oh man. Let me lace your boots up. Ain't nobody gave me no opportunity, nigga. I sees what I did with on how I did it. I made flight sports TV shit pop. When I came in that bitch, that motherfucker was lame, nigga. So when I came in that motherfucker, I set it on fire, nigga. And then hold on, shut your mouth. Don't say nothing. Don't unmute your mic and say nothing. I let you talk. You blabbered a whole bunch of bullshit, boy. So when I came on, they all loved the Pope, nigga, and they all came through to watch the motherfucking Pope, nigga. And your boy Dex, oh motherfucking ass, he the one go and get him the interviews he need to get him. Cause Flight don't do shit but turn on his
stupid.
motherfucking live stream, nigga, and
That's
motherfucking press
stupid.
the mute and got
You
his camera off
bullshitting. Pope,
and fall
look,
asleep
Pope,
on niggas.
you know
Shut
Flight
your
put
mouth,
your
oh
ass on
man.
the
I let you
map.
talk. Cause
Flight
you over
put
here
you
in
on the
new
map.
media
Stop
session now,
playing.
boy. So you gonna
Stop
get a
lying to
session, a
yourself.
good cooking session.
And
So
then
listen up.
you
I
lying
listen
and
up closely.
JJ know the
Hold
truth.
on. Shut your
JJ
mouth,
know the
open
truth.
your ears.
She ain't
Shut your
fooled
mouth,
by
open your
you.
ears. Because let me tell you something.
The
I
whole
was
ass
cooking
move
all
you
you
did.
niggas over
You a
there.
whole ass
Do you
nigga.
understand me? So I made what I made,
You a
nigga,
whole ass
out of
nigga.
that.
You
You
lost
understand
faith
me?
in my
See,
And
this
all
is
bullshit.
you
that
buster ass
disrespect.
niggas
Fuck
who heard
you.
about it,
Fuck
it
DZ.
shows
Fuck
how gay that is.
that other little
You're
mother
soft. You're
that other little
soft,
young
goofy.
motherfucker.
Wait,
Soft.
we got
Fuck
the
him
oldest
too.
motherfucker up here
Y'all
being the
lost
most
voice in my book.
No
disrespectful.
respect.
I'm
Asa,
sorry,
you
JJ. I'm
being
Like,
sorry,
come
baby.
on,
disrespectful.
Uncle Vernon.
And
Come
that's
on,
okay,
Uncle
because now you been
Vernon.
showing you only
Yeah,
respect
Why
because
we
you
man.
know
don't
you
Come
got
on.
Supposed to be a
something in
associate?
you.
leader up in
You
here. Come
you
on
keep
now.
yeah,
This
you
is why
keep
we don't
yourself
associate
right
with the
over on
other
Flight
side.
Sports.
I
That's
did
the
This
not
is
want
when
this
the
stream to
moderator needs
go
to come
down
in
that
and
way.
top him off.
I'm sorry,
And
J
yeah,
J.
that's.
So
I did
sorry,
not
J
start
J.
this stream today to have this shit going on. What did I just say?
Uncle
You know what I'm
Vernon is
saying?
being toxic. He's
I'm not.
bringing the toxic
Yeah,
energy
see,
Uncle
into the
Vern, hey, Uncle
conversation.
Vern, you know I love you. You know I love you. You know you my boy. But please don't come up in here with that. Okay? Please
I
don't do
know
that
it.
because yeah, don't do that, Uncle Vern, because everything was going smooth. We was talking about toxicity. It didn't even
Hey
have to
Jay,
go there, baby.
I didn't
It didn't even have to
I
go
didn't
there.
start that conversation.
we let you say one thing and you
I know
try to
that,
take advantage
but
and get
Jay, I
your
want
little
you to understand that.
messiness off,
You understand me
and
though?
you too
He
old for
started,
that
Jay.
because you see what kind of
He
stream this
started
is.
that
This is J and
conversation.
J, so that's
No,
no
he
He
did
brought
respect.
that
not.
That's
No,
conversation
no
he
up.
did not.
respect. That's
No,
no
he did not.
respect over on J and J.
You
You did
brought
what you
that
did on
conversation
purpose.
up.
You did what you did to get a reaction, and now you need to go. Now, really, honestly, you gotta go now because you expose who you really actually is. You expose what you really came here for. Because I ain't let you on my stream because I already know you coming with that bogusness, and I ain't want to have to even bring this up. And I apologize. I apologize, JJ. I really do.
I didn't
But I,
expect that to happen. You know what I mean? So it was
yeah,
like I didn't know.
me
I
neither. I
brought
didn't come
Uncle
up
Vernon
here
because
to.
I always been able to bring Uncle Vernon. You know, I didn't want that to go there.
No, exactly. You see, when I came up in here, even though he was here, and I know the bogusness he on, and I don't even let him be on my stream because I didn't heard what he had to say over on flights. I didn't heard the little slick remarks he didn't have to say. And so I don't allow it because I don't even want to have to go there on my stream no more about it. I already addressed it earlier. That was that. We move on from it. When I came in here on some this is beautiful and all of that. I ain't worried about what Uncle Vern got going on and everything. And if you could have kept it respectful, Uncle Vern, and just talked about what the topic at hand is, and don't even bring that type of stuff up because you know J&J don't rock like that. She not a sister who into none of that type of stuff. So you should have never came with that energy. You wrong for that. And that ain't really showing respect to her. That's disrespecting her stream, her channel, and what she got going on. You should have came and did that either on Flight
I
show,
wouldn't
because even Flight
disrespect you,
muted
Jay.
you.
I
Hold
ain't
on, hold on.
disrespect you,
Because
baby.
even
For real,
Flight
I ain't
muted you. As soon
disrespect
as
you,
you
baby.
said my name on his show,
Let
I
that,
paid
let that
attention.
devil
You
change
said my
change
name
your
on his
different. I
show,
ain't
and he
disrespecting you,
muted your
baby.
mic
I
and
love you,
didn't let
baby,
you
for
speak
real.
no more
I love you, and I
because don't
come to you
nobody
with
want
love.
that
Don't let Satan
toxicity actually
confuse you.
over on they
Lying
shit. Actually,
ass.
what we talking about? You want to
I'm
bring your
sorry, you was
toxicity over
talking.
here.
Go
Now,
ahead.
come on, Uncle Verdi, because you about to make me get disrespectful now. So come on, just stop.
Hey, baby, look,
Now don't call her
I'm
no
just taking
baby. Her name
calm
is
down.
Asa.
I'm
Don't
just
call her
addressing
baby,
something that
not
you
at all.
talking to me.
You don't
So
call
by
her
being
baby.
Because you
funky,
need to go
don't
put your
talk
Don't
teeth
call her
in
by
before
being
baby.
you
funk,
start
by
talking
being
shit to people.
That's
Go
what you
put your
don't do.
teeth in
let me
and
introduce you.
shave.
By
You
being
know, get that
funky.
tidy and right before you come in here starting
What?
to talk shit. Go put
He
your
li-
teeth in.
he had the whole list
No,
ready,
see, there you
talking
go
about
again. There you
DJ
go again.
this,
That
Yeah,
DJ
conversation,
that,
that
Rev
conversation
exactly.
was brought
this,
up.
Rev
Yeah,
that,
he
There you
knew
go
flashback
exactly
again.
what
this,
he
You're
was
not
flashback
doing.
talking
That's
over
that.
me.
what's bad
Nobody
You're not.
about
want to hear
that.
I'm
those
talking
names
over
up in here.
Cause he
We weren't
know
even talking
Rev
about
don't
that.
mess with ball sacks. He know this. He know we don't
you.
mess. He know
Yeah, it was.
everything.
He brought the
So for him to
conversation.
come over here and do that on purpose,
I shouted out. I
that's not
shouted out.
smooth, man.
I shouted out to
You
Flight.
wrong,
I
bro. You
shouted out to
wrong.
Ball
All
family.
right. Love you, Uncle
Right?
Vern, but you got to go, baby.
Yeah.
No need to
Yep.
shout out his people. That's fine. He can support both channels. Nobody's saying people don't have the right to support whoever. There's no need to shout out other people. That's it.
No, yeah, people that you know, we not. It's not a good
Affiliated
time
with.
to be
There's
doing
Yep.
that. That's the thing. I
there's no
mean, if you
association.
right, you know what's going on, and so you shouldn't come bring that. But that's the toxicity we talking about. So that's great. You know, when people even just like that, it don't have to necessarily be relationships, and it could be it mean different type of relationships. We had Vern had a relationship with the new media family and gang, and we all had a relationship with Vern. We everybody respected, treated Uncle Vern with the utmost, but it seemed like he wanted to be in the middle and talk kind of rudely. So hey, it is what it is, man. Some people expose themselves and do things of that nature, and we keep it pushing over here at New Media Family, and that's what we're gonna continue to do. That was just a good what do you call it? Example of toxicity on a different level.
Social
Yeah.
media toxicity.
Yes.
I'm sorry, JJ. See,
It's all
see,
good,
see how
y'all.
the toxicity gets people out of character? Over here
It's all good.
calling him nigga. He's like 60 years old. Jesus Christ.
I was confused for a minute. I know other people was too, but then I'm like, okay,
Yeah, man. I was like, it was cool,
yeah,
but then he
he's
started kind
cutting
of
up.
laying in, and it's like, whoa, we I've been watching from the sidelines. Look, Queen, remember what you said about ignoring?
Yes.
Okay. So I've always been new media, and I never felt the need to kind of come in and jump in on Flight because I've made promos and all that for the dude. And, he never did nothing to me personally. But if I'm going to be a part of this family, then I've got to stand for this family and I've got to stand on the side of this family. As much as I hate taking sides, I fucking hate that shit. At the same time, I love my family and I love belonging to something that is growing and something that is trying to be positive. So, got to do what you got to do.
Most
Right. He
definitely.
didn't do nothing to me either, but
I mean, I gave him
when
my
you rock with
extended
a
the hand.
certain, yeah,
So
you rock
Flight
with
is
a,
acting brand new. Just so
I
I'm a
didn't I didn't
Yes.
hear it. I heard
Flight is
that
acting
they've
brand
been
new now.
saying some stuff on their channel. I have not actually been over there listening to it because just for the simple fact that I've been doing other stuff, but I heard that they've been saying some shit about new media and I'm like, "What?" You
Now,
know?
see, okay, let
So
me.
Flight is
Yeah,
not
what
a part of new
happened?
media, and
Okay,
he's
here.
been talking shit about the new media family
Let,
on his channel.
Oh,
okay, no,
wow.
they're
let me.
supporting
No,
a
No,
no,
that's
sucker.
what
no,
I'm
no.
asking.
Wait, hold on, ladies.
They're
Okay, ladies.
supporting a sucker who
No,
didn't want
ladies,
to give
let me
DJ the
go ahead and.
chance
Y'all
because
want
he
the
didn't have
tea or
views.
what? Yeah, I want the you listen, because I want to be clear. I want it to be clear. So I'm gonna give you the tea. You want the tea.
Yeah,
Let me
what
tell you
happened?
exactly what happened. What happened is the Pope was over there making the show pop. Okay, this is the truth. It ain't no slight, no tooting my own horn or nothing. But motherfuckers came to see the Pope. Then Juju came on probably 3 weeks later, and he held it down in a different way. Like they started calling him Superstar Juice. So now people was loving to come to Flight Sports
Right.
TV to watch the Pope mainly and
I remember y'all
Juju
was on
mainly.
there rapping and stuff, and
Oh yeah, all of that, right? So I mean, the other guys got their. I mean, the people got their fans here and whatever. I mean, it's good, but to really break it down, and he even, Flight know this. He know I ain't talking inside of my neck. He get texts about the Pope tearing this shit up and motherfuckers coming over to check it out. So when you see this, Rev is crazy. When you see this, we I try to tell him, bro, you can't. We all going live now. We live streaming at certain times. We doing this thing because with Rev's vision, I love the vision because that's the type of shit I'm on anyway. Unity, coming together for the same common cause. You feel me? I love that type of stuff. I'm with that. So we did our thing at Flight. Flight introduced me to DJ, right? Basically because he sent everybody over to DJ Raw and Cut when he was live streaming one time. He said, "Oh, my boy DJ is coming on. We got to represent, man. I fuck with DJ. He put me on whoopty whoop. So let's all everybody go over there." I said, "Oh, I like that type of shit." He cut his stream short. This is before he was monetized. Cut his stream short, took his ass on over to the DJ. We all went over there. And then now I get introduced. I said, "Oh, okay. I like DJ, Coach Joe. I learned who these two dudes is. Now I subscribe to the channel and I come back again and I see who Rev is because Rev is on the show." I said, "Damn, I like Cuz too." And oh, I make sure you know how DJ
when
represent.
I
Make
first
sure.
started watching DJ, I was watching DJ when it was just DJ and Rev. Coach Joe wasn't even on there at that point.
Right.
Back in February, you remember that, Queen? Coach Joe was. I remember when Coach Joe was brand new, and I was talking to DJ. I'm like, wow, this dude reminds me of Malcolm X. You know what I mean?
Nah, it wasn't even February because the season started in January, and that's when.
No, I'm saying I came on
Oh,
with them
you
in
came on
February.
there. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. See, I'm new, but I'm not new to the game. You understand what I'm saying? When I know some, I see some. I'm like, okay, that's smooth. So I know Flight said DJ put him on, basically, and he repping new media. That's what Flight Sports was repping new media, and DJ, I got on to him, and that's how I got on to Rev. And as I'm on to Rev, I always been on DKM channel for years. So and I seen DKM with Rev, I'm like, damn, okay, that's a good combination. They cooking
Right.
too.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, all of this shit's smooth. Then JJU, I'm like, okay, I know who JJ is from Flight. I go fuck with your channel. I'm loving everything that's going on. And so when when the man got monetized, when Flight got monetized, and he had that LeVar Ball interview, and his shit skyrocketed through the roof. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, now I'm trying to get on in whatever type of shit and type of fashion I can, no matter who messing with who did what to who, because Ball Facts, it was already out there that he did that to DJ, and that went smooth. But since Ball Facts was giving Flight Sports some pub and fucking with it, and Flight Sports seen that LeVar Ball is fucking with flights. I mean, with Ball Facts, he like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try to cling on to this guy. Now it don't matter about loyalty to DJ no more. Now it don't matter to about new media no more. And I came to him like, bro, this is our ideal. This is the vision. We trying to rock like this. I live stream at this time. Everybody got a certain time we come on and live stream, and we all send everybody to each other's shit. And that's how new media we planning on doing this. And his response is, I kind of need to do my own thing. I want to go live basically whenever the hell I want to go live. This is a guy who go live for 7, 8 goddamn hours. Okay.
What?
Yeah, for no reason, right? Just to try to get as many as whatever. I don't know, stupid shit. But
Shout out to Tap In.
it worked
Okay.
out. So when that happens, you feel me? It's like, okay, it's okay because you really not trying to fuck with us. It's all about you. It's really
Right.
how much you trying to get now. So it ain't about us. So no problem. You do your own thing. We gonna do ours. Nobody got no hard feelings about that. You doing your like JJ said. I gotta go and support the family. No matter if I started being on a panel on Flight Sports TV, that shit don't matter.
No, I
And I
actually
started.
started out being on DJ shit. Coach Joe and I used to call games together.
Well, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I
what?
started out on DJ stream. I didn't start out on Fly. I was way before Flight.
Yeah, well, you
I
know.
was on DJ stream.
Yo, how's everybody doing today?
What's up, Rev?
Shout
Good
out,
Rev.
shout
So,
out to
man,
Ray, shout out to Asia, shout out to Queen, shout out to
Hey.
the folks, shout out to my brother DZ. Okay, so J&J Video is a wonderful company I did and sister has, right? None of us were a part of the beginnings of J&J Video. So never in any point have I ever, or anyone I know on this panel, ever told J&J who she should rock with or who she shouldn't rock with, because that's something that is very passionate to her. Every name that we say, it came from New Media. Uncle Vern, it wasn't no fucking Uncle Vern before New Media. Why we up here playing like this kumbaya shit?
So Uncle Vern is a part of New Media. He got his
No,
own
Uncle
channel.
Vern was an old dude in the fucking chat. You know what I'm saying? That we
Yeah.
brought on
DJ
the
started calling him Uncle Vern.
That's it.
DJ and Rev started calling him
You know what
Uncle
I'm saying?
Vern. Yep.
When I pulled up on DJ channel, and this ain't no slight to my brother, it was 4 or 5 people in the chat, bro. Queen, you know this is the truth.
It's a fact.
So let's stop playing all these guys.
It's a
Come
fact.
on, let's stop playing all these games. All I ever asked was, if you're not New Media, don't rep that shit, because that's a heavy name. There's no kumbaya. There will never be working with them. Ever. I don't work with predators. I don't work with culture vultures. I don't do none of that. So it's not going to happen. And if it's a situation, and we talked about this as the family, if it's a situation where business is being conducted and someone has to do business, we're not asking you to choose loyalty, but you cannot be a part of New Media. Because shit like today that just happened, that can escalate to some whole nother other shit. And then this is what we hear when it escalate. Oh, it's senseless violence. No, it's not. It ain't senseless violence. You got people doing dirty, shady shit. And J&J, you know what Flight got, man. He's sitting over there on that shit. Come on, man. This dude don't give a fuck about DJ.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like, let's just be real. Like, if we're gonna be real, be real. No one's attacking these people. Bro, we moving on without them. Pope reached out to dude. He didn't have to reach out to dude. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. That's
So
true.
dude pulling up with the name Uncle Vern that DJ gave him is a joke, bro. They still run around screaming Tay-Bay. Y'all ain't never heard Tay-Bay before New Media. Like, all of this shit is stolen content, but everybody gets to have a piece of it, but fuck DJ over and fuck the people over. No, that's not right, man.
Nah, it's not
It's
right.
not right.
Yeah.
You got these young guys in the chat, like Pat, and you got Jew, and you got Self-Made, and they're looking for inspiration because a lot of times their family situation ain't what it's supposed to be. No, they don't want to rock with ball sacks. They don't want to rock with these channels that don't give back to them. So they shouldn't have to. This conversation should have never been had. It should have never went down like that, because all he was trying to do is what he did. So now he's gonna run back over there and tell Flight. Now it's gonna cause more confusion between Pope and Flight when that shit don't even need to go down like that, man.
How crazy is it that the name of the stream was Cleansing Toxicity and it ended up being fucking toxic?
But that's
Because
beautiful.
his ass wanna come
No,
in
but we
here.
corrected it because we got rid of his ass. So, we showed the toxicity came. We played in it for a little bit and we showed you how to get rid of that shit. We cut it right off.
New Media gang.
Sucked us in for a little bit, but we cut his ass off.
You better make me disrespect you. I'm like, whoa.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Bro,
trip.
now you doing too much.
But
He starts to try to call off names. Like, hold up.
Right. Like,
but
there's
Asia,
no need.
I was like, what?
I'm gonna keep it real. I had a conversation with my brother Cuzzy like 45 minutes ago, and I told him, I said, bro, you just did numbers. They gonna start coming for you because all they care about, and I listen to people when they talk. Everybody over there, all they care about is numbers and views. They don't care about the people. They don't care about what kind of example they're setting. They don't care about what they're doing to the youngest. They don't care about none of that. They saw Pope do football numbers, and they said, oh my God. So now they try to treat Pope and Jew like they prostitutes. Like, because they start, well, because they appeared on that platform, Now, forever, they owe their life when there would be no flight.
Wait,
There would be no flight without DJ. That's the fact. Y'all forgetting that point. See what I'm saying? And DJ's success and growth
Now
as
they're trying to steal content everywhere.
and you know what I'm saying? And DJ's growth as a channel came when new media came in there. So you can't separate none of this shit. At that time, if you look, there was Ball Facts wasn't going on nobody's stream or allowing anybody on the stream. The only place he would pull up was new media. Only place he would pull up was new media.
because I remember he pulled up with me and Coach Joe one night.
Right, trying to suck the life out of DJ at the same time, not allowing DJ to come on his platform. Look, I'm gonna just say this: I love y'all and I support and I honor all of y'all. And we're gonna stand next to sucker shit. Leave this new media shit alone. I'm being real, bro. Just do what you gotta do, but leave this shit alone. Because what we're not gonna do is play with an idea that was spawned before anyone up here on this goddamn platform. The shit go deep, and these youngsters really believe in it. You know what I'm saying? And it becomes a mockery when we doing shit for money, we doing shit for clout, and a guy like Uncle Vern can come up here and goat people into some bullshit, and then it escalate to something else. And now it's, oh, well, why we ain't coming together? Because it's just not meant to come together, y'all. It's not meant to come
All right,
together.
well, hey, I can accept that. You know what I'm saying? If that's
They got
just
their
not
own-
something that's gonna happen, then that's just not something that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
But
JJ,
you
they got
know.
their own thing, and we got our own thing. That's and it doesn't have to be anything after that. Like I said,
I'm
Pope
cool with it.
He had a good point when those dislikes came in his channel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that was like, this is what I never understood, especially with people like 50 Cent. People always say 50 Cent is the bully, but people forgot he got shot 9 times.
Right.
No, he's the bully for a reason. So all of this kumbaya shit, why wasn't it kumbaya when they ran up on Pope the other day and Juju and tried to destroy their stream?
Who did that?
Pope was alluding to it earlier when a lot of people from that side pull up on his live and they were trying to destroy his stream. And me and Self-Made, we started playing Call of Duty. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they was hitting the dislike button. You know what I'm saying? That don't never happen. No 42. I nigga don't even get no
that's
no more than
bullshit.
2 or 3 dislikes, if that. Usually my shit be 0 dislikes. So I seen how they was trying to play. I said, okay, that's cool, but they're not knowing that, you know, dislikes or likes, you hit either one of them. You showing the algorithm that you in tune.
Yep.
You feel me? So if you viewing and hitting either or, that's on you. But I just seen the little.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up, too. How do I make moderators? Because I gotta make all y'all moderators.
Yes.
You gotta go on the main YouTube. You gotta go on the main YouTube app and
like YouTube.com.
No, like just the app. You probably
YouTube Studio. Yeah, YouTube Studio. Yeah.
Okay.
Not even.
Do I have to be on the stream when we do that, or can when I get off the stream, I can do it when we get off?
The way Rev showed me, you can do it now. You can do it. I think
on the chat, right?
Get off, but while it was going, if you're on your laptop, on my phone, I go watch it on there. I press pause, so you can't hear people. And then I just hit their name, whoever I want to moderate, who in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Hit their name and it'll say moderate. You can just, it'll pop up whether you want to block them, add them, moderate, make them the moderator. So that just be the easiest way, I say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see, it'll take me all day with the eye thing. But I can do it after on the replay though, can I?
I'm not sure about that one. I can't tell you yes or no because I'm new.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the replay because remember, JJ, I tried to add you as a moderator on.
Yeah.
The thing is, and it gave me the link to your channel, and I tried to do that, and then it brought somebody else's name there. Seems that somebody else has pretty much the same link. So I have the next time I have a live stream, I have to kind of just like Pope said, right click your name and then make you a moderator like that. Pretty much, you can do the same thing right now. You just need to pause your the stream on your YouTube and still keep obviously the stream you're going, and you just right click on whether, for example, it's post name. Just right click on his name and then you're able to actually make him a moderator.
So I can go on my phone and do that.
Yeah, you can do it on your phone or you can do it on your computer. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
See, there was no need for all this because we were having a conversation, right?
Yeah.
He came to your channel, which is fine. But then he started mentioning other people's names. There's just no need. We're not mentioning other people's names here.
Exactly. And Queen, let me just add to this. All the all this shit that they're going gain from us, all that reaction is warranted because we're not saying anything. We're not doing anything. We're not trying to stir up anything. They started that shit there. They stirred it up themselves. So we're just doing our own thing because with new media, we're just focusing on ourselves, on our growth as a family, and that's it. So we're not concerned about all that drama shit. They are the ones that are concerned with it. So, but they kind of warranted that reaction from us because when you're gonna come on our platforms and disrespect us like that, you're disrespecting everybody else. Not only the platform, but everybody else. And JJ is having a beautiful live stream today, and she deserves the respect of everybody. So,
Thank you,
but yeah,
guys.
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
All right.
But I appreciate you, Sister JJ. We should do a part two of this one on the late night lounge.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely. Oh, you
No,
know
no,
what?
no,
Yeah, man.
no.
I'm
This
telling
is
you,
the girls'
the whole
topic.
toxicity thing, that's a good topic. And
yeah,
we
You
do
right, Queen. She
relationship
said no.
topics.
This is ours.
yeah. This
Right.
is yeah, yeah.
We
No,
can talk
well,
about
nah,
the
no,
sexual
we can add a
aspect on
twist though.
your
keep
We
channel.
keep
can
your
we,
sex
We
stuff. Keep your
keeping the
sex
we can
emotional
add a
over
twist.
here.
No, okay, you keep it. Okay, we keep it here. Okay, but we can do. How about the men version? Right? Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
it.
Yeah, let's
Let's
do
do
that.
it.
Sister JJ Asia, obviously Queen Royalty. I'm gonna contact y'all with Pope. Now we can plan something up. I don't know what tonight I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna keep y'all posted. Asia, did you land in Texas safely?
Yes, I did. I'm
Okay.
not gonna be able to log on tonight.
Okay. No, no problem. No problem. It's all good. We can do something later this week or next week or whatever. Whenever you're back, we can do something. But no, shout out to y'all sisters, man. This was a beautiful stream. These are topics that need to be talked about. We need to talk about those things. Too many times this is a taboo, and I feel like we need to have these difficult conversations. So shout out to you, sister JJ. Shout out to you, Queen Royalty, and shout out to you, Sister Asia.
Did
Thank
you
you.
did
Shout
you
out to
say
you.
that did you say that you had a situation yesterday in Virginia? I thought that's what you said in the beginning of the show.
Yeah, yeah, I did. So I was in so what happened, right? So two things happened. So I was in Missouri because I took a road trip from Eastern Washington all the way down to North Carolina. So I've had two interesting situations. So the one in Missouri, um, I was in this really weird white town. This guy almost bumped my car when I was driving, and this guy was literally looking at me really weird. Like I feel like he was gonna do something to me, so I just quickly just avoided the situation and went off. And Western Virginia yesterday, I went to a gas station, and I was alone, and it was so dark. Like it was weird, man. Like nobody was there, and like it was just like desolated one of these white, like one of these towns that you're not supposed to be there as a black guy. So oh man, it was crazy. And then I had the police stop me while I was actually on Rev's live stream, and this guy stopped me that actually I was going like five over the speed limit, and this guy just stops me like that and gives me a ticket. Literally, I feel like I was
Oh
being
wow.
racially profiled. Yeah, so I've been through three incidents already, ever since really
Yeah.
weird incidents, man. So protect yourselves, man, especially with these as especially as sisters, a Hispanic sister in Queen Royalty. We're all, we gotta take our precautions and everything, as always, because we live in a. We're not trying to put fear on anyone, but just being realistic on where
Hey,
where where we should
not
stop.
cutting you off. Queen Royalty, for whatever reason, your comments are not on there. I'm trying to find you to make you a moderator. Can you just comment something so I can click on your name?
It won't let me when I'm on the stream.
Hmm.
Go to YouTube and it'll let you do it.
Yeah.
Like go off
I
the stream and then I don't know if you have an iPhone or what you're doing it off of, but just go out of the stream and then go to YouTube and make a comment and then come back.
Okay.
Yeah, you can still use YouTube while you're on StreamYard. Depending if you're using StreamYard, yeah, because StreamYard doesn't have an app. So if you're like on Safari or Google Chrome, you can still go on YouTube on the app, like Asia said, and still comment on it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I was getting all that feedback the first couple of days because I didn't have Google Chrome. I was using Safari. So I
Oh
downloaded
yeah,
Google
Yeah,
Chrome and now I'm set.
it's
yeah.
much
Google
better.
Chrome's the shit.
On Safari, it's taking a like the issue with Safari is that it's warming my phone like crazy. It's taking a lot of, so I should probably do the Google Chrome thing, Asia. I'll try that because it's killing my phone right now. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, but yeah. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate you, every single one of you. And yeah, let's get it. I'm looking forward to the next. This should be something something common. You guys doing that every single week or so, or every 2 weeks. I'd love to tune in all the time if that happens. Shit.
You're
Yeah, I'm
welcome to.
down.
You're welcome to tune in and get in your feelings in this stream.
Oh yeah, most definitely. No, but
But in all
yeah.
seriousness, and I think the ladies can agree. It's good that you're here today with everything that's been going on with um racism and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank
Things
you.
happening all over.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm glad. I truly appreciate the great love there, Queen. I'm honestly, I'm glad that I go home. I got pretty much where I'm at safe. So I'm, nothing happened. I'm still good hands. So that's great. Thank God.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that could have turned into something real nasty. You might not have even been here with us today. So I'm glad.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
I was
Brother
telling
Red Bull.
Queen that I got
Yeah.
profiled a couple years back when Jen went to 7-Eleven and he pulls her over. I think she made a wrong turn or something.
Hmm.
He goes past her and asks me for my license, and I'm in the passenger seat.
Wow. Wow.
Okay? I'm in the fucking passenger seat.
Wow.
Um, yeah, I need to see your license too. I said, for what? I'm not driving.
I don't got one. Shit. The fuck?
Yep.
I'm like, that's crazy.
I'm mute when the police pull me over. I'm mute. We just stare at each other. And I put my ID out. I have no vocal cord. I'm mute.
Yeah.
Start sign
That's the
language
way.
and shit. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we? Okay. Well,
I don't mute. I got stopped recently, and I mean I was speeding, right? But lesson learned.
Badass.
Um, and I was in New York, and I got pulled over, and the cop, he was not a nice cop, and he was asking me where I was going, and I said I'm going somewhere. I'm running late. So he walks away. My cousin's like, you should have told him we were going to a wedding. And I'm like, hello.
Yeah, go ahead. You went out for a second.
She told me you should have told him we were going to a wedding, and I'm like, I don't have to tell him nothing. Because you don't. Why do I have to give you an explanation? You're pulling me over because I clearly sped. So give me my ticket for speeding. You don't need to know where I'm going.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gets to me.
It's a lot, man, to deal with these situations. And this was my first time being stopped, like in like the middle of the night, late early morning. So imagine, I was scared, and a lot of people don't understand, like, especially, I'm not trying to take top politics or whatever, but on the conservative side, they always talk about, oh no, make sure you have good manners and everything. It's not that simple as
Yeah,
people.
sometimes they don't care.
Yeah, they don't care. Yeah, exactly. They you can do everything right. You can be calm. You can have all your shit and everything, and you can pretty much follow all the rules as a citizen, but they will still treat you like shit, and they can do something. Sometimes those officers, they kind of overstand their they kind of act out of bounds, and they don't act in order, and they use their whatever leeway they have to kind of you know treat us in the wrong
Like
way.
like putting their knees on your necks when you're
Yeah,
clearly not fighting them back.
Exactly, exactly. And I was really nervous, and because it's like, well, man, I don't know what's gonna happen to me right now, with the climate that we live in and all that. So I wasn't comfortable at all. But I did my thing. I given my license and all that. I took the ticket. I did not say anything, and I just went off my way. But that situation could have turned out to be anything different from so I'm just glad that I'm here with y'all, talking and partying with my sisters out here, and just me being alive right now, because I'm thankful for an extra day in my life, honestly.
Well, we glad you're here, my brother.
I appreciate you, JJ. And yeah, I gotta go now.
Everybody has been made a moderator.
Okay, I
So
appreciate you, thank you.
yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate you guys, and definitely pull the Sicario out if need be. If you see somebody acting stupid in the chat.
Oh, we'll make sure. I got you. I got you. I'll make you a moderator on my next stream, because I try to do it like I showed you the video on IG, JJ, and it didn't really show me. It showed another account for some reason. Every time I put your YouTube link on there, it's because that's how you add a moderator within your own, like, that's another way
Right.
to add a moderator. So on the next stream, I'll make sure to make you one.
Cool beans.
No problem, sisters.
Uh,
Thank you so
All
much.
right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up.
All
you cannot smoke on these premises.
right.
Asa getting them.
Getting them like that. Yeah, I like that.
Thank you so much, Queen, for joining me. Thank you, Asa, for joining me. Thank you, DZ.
You're welcome, sister, anytime.
Shout
You
out to
take care.
King Fuse List. Shout out to Juju. Shout out to the Pope. Shout out to Netta. Shout out to AB the Hero. I'm trying to go off the top of my head here. Shout out to, of course, the love of my life, Vegan Knowledge. You're also a moderator, my love. Um, and everybody try to stay safe out there. Take care of each other. You doing a stream tonight, DZ?
Yeah, I want to do a stream. But the thing is, I'm trying to come up with, because I spoke with Brother Rev about it, and late night Saturday night should be, a bit something a bit, warm, and and sexual and shit. So I'm trying to find out something. But if you have any ideas, just let me know, because I'm trying to come up with something myself. So
All
just,
right,
yeah,
and
you
I
can,
see DJ's got a stream that's coming up in 2 hours, so
yeah,
that's telling me 7:30 my time. It looks like he's got the Jackson. Is that Jackson State?
yeah. I think Jackson State. Let me check, but
Yeah,
it
he's
is.
got Jackson State versus Monroe
Yeah, that's it.
versus UL Monroe coming on tonight. So anybody that's listening, check DJ stream out at 7:30 Eastern time. He's got the Jackson State. He is the SWAT connoisseur.
That's it.
And you can get all your SWAC info over there at DJ Raw Cut. Shout out to DJ. Shout out to Coach Joe. Anybody I didn't mention, love y'all. Hashtag New Media Gang, baby. And
Let's
we're going to
get it.
go out.
Peace. Hey.